Hello, my lovelies. How are you today? So, I'm excited. Tonight is my next murder mystery, and I'm here to do my look with you guys. I have not practiced this, and I'm very torn, which we will talk about, on what to do. So, yeah, we're going to get to it. Now, I will say I have practiced, or I have done my outfit. I know exactly what it is. This is just part of it. I got the fringe, and I'll show you all of it at the end. I want to put this on since I'll be doing makeup. I am actually doing makeup earlier than planned because I have not practiced it, because I don't quite know what I'm doing. So I wanted to give myself plenty of time to get ahead, and if I have to stop or redo something, I have plenty of time to do it. I almost wish I was doing this as a live, because your feedback would be amazing, but we're not. And plus it's the middle of the day. I doubt many people would be there if I did a live, just because of the timing. I mean, literally it's just right after noon. So yeah, we'll get started. First, we'll talk about the event, then my character and my thoughts. So give me a moment. We'll be right back. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I apologize. I'm having trouble with my shutter clicker for some reason, and it's not wanting to turn on and off when I want it to, so bear with me. Second, I am not feeling good. My stomach is really rolling, so if I start making faces, that's why. I'll do my best not to. I mean, there's really nothing I can do about it, but there's always the possibility. And of course, Bowie's in the background. He's throwing a fit. He's dropped his ball somewhere, and I'm not going to get it for him because he clatters around right now. He is laying down, but he's whining. So if you hear him whine, that's why he can't reach his ball. And apologize for the glasses. I can't see without them anymore. At least up close I can see fine, distance, but up close I can't. So let me read you a little bit about this. And my old grandma thing. Yes, Allison makes fun of me, my daughter. But you know how many times I lose my glasses? And this is just nice. I don't have to worry about it. They're right here. But yes, I do feel like a grandmother. And especially when I have it pulled down so I can see far and then what I'm reading. I'm just unique. What can I say? Okay, so we are going to be in Deadwood. This is the murder mystery at Deadwood Saloon. It's the celebration party, the place to be. So within the first annual poker tournament in town, there's been a sweltering of visitors and residents milling around town. As the tournament dwindles down, anticipation for the celebration party only grows. As the tournament, I just read that, the party is planned to take place tonight at the Deadwood Saloon, October 20th, 1874. Party is planned to reward the prize money to the winner and to celebrate the success of the tournament. Now, there's a whole list of people that are going to be in attendance. However, I'm not going to read all that. We're going to skip right over to who I am. So, I am Barb Cassidy. So, I'm a bandit. That's really all I'm going to say. There's a big, long discussion here about who I am, what I am. I'm a bank robber. I'm a bandit. That sounds fun. And, however, we have the men going this year, or this time. So, we have another couple going that hasn't been before. Then the three ladies that have always gone. My daughter can't go. But then the new couple, man and wife, my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law, me and my husband, and then my sister-in-law is going by herself. So, we got a 7 group, so it sounds fun. However, when the assignments were given out, of course, I had them and I gave them out because I bought all the tickets. I didn't look at each person and who they were. So, I didn't know I was a bandit until I got it. And, I didn't realize I gave my husband the marshal. So he's the marshal coming into town to clean up the scoundrels of the city, and I am one of those scoundrels, so this should be fun. So a little bit about Barb that's making kind of my day a little bit harder. For one, okay, so like I said, we're in the 1800s. And, yeah, you look online and do a Google search for images and you see cowboys and cowgirls, and there's nothing in, they're all black and white, so there's no color. So I can't necessarily say what makeup they'd wear. However, they probably wouldn't even wear makeup. So I'm torn. And I was going to go really light on the makeup, and I probably still will, but then I started thinking, you know, these gals have been out in the sun, you know, even with hats on, they're going to have some tan. So I'm thinking, okay, I need a little bronzer. I need to make myself look bronze. And for me, whenever I get tan, I get freckles. So I decided to do some freckles. Eyelashes are a must in my world. So I do have eyelashes, but that's not necessarily for the time period. It's for me. So let me read you what they say about Barb. I guess I am Butch Cassidy's cousin. It doesn't say that, but it's a fun play on it. So it says, there's a part that says acting and dressing your part. So as a bandit by nature, you are more tough and rugged than most women, but still dress with a feminine flair. Considering your trade, you may want to dress in cowboy boots, chaps, spurs, as well as bring guns and a holster and a bandana. Although I dress for the rough lifestyle, I'm still feminine at heart and love to wear bright red lipstick to accentuate this. Okay, so red lipstick it is. I have blue jeans and boots, my fringe. I do have a bandana, a hat. I'm wearing a wig. The wig I've got tied down to the side for a little feminine look, and it's got a little bow in it. I do have earrings. So the outfit's fine, but I'm really torn. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do. I'm going to do an all over, obviously, my foundation. Do real light on the eyes. Just kind of maybe a bronzy moment in the eyes. And then I'm going to contour and bronze to see if I can't. I don't know if I'll use blush. If I do, maybe just a little bit. Maybe this is difficult. This is probably the most difficult challenge I've had yet. And let me just tell you a couple of the upcoming events that I have that I will be dressing up for. And one of them I am concerned about. The first one should be the circus. Is our next mirror mystery. That should be fun. That seems like it'll be okay. Haven't looked at outfits yet, but I do think I'll be okay. The second one is my niece's 21st birthday party, and she has a J-Lo theme. Yeah, that one might be a little difficult. J-Lo's amazingly beautiful. How do you pull that off? I've got some ideas. That'll be a challenge, so it should be fun. My third one in April, those two are in March, then April is disco, which should be amazing. So I'm not too concerned about any of them except for J-Lo. So, okay. Now let me slide my phone and the glasses to the side because that should be all I need them for. Again, I am having some issues when I ate lunch because I know I'm not going to eat supper tonight. So I went on and ate lunch. I am physically, mentally sick. So I apologize if I look it. However, let's just get started. So, I don't know where to start. Okay, we'll start with the eyes because that seems to be my new thing lately. We'll just do the eyes. Like I said, I'm thinking of a bronzy moment. You know, just something. I want to be feminine, but I don't want to be completely out of the era, and I think I will be. I really do, and it just might be what it is. So, okay, we'll make it work. My nose is itching, and I apologize because I catch myself continuously rubbing on it. we're using the, I used a Smashbox eye primer, and I'm using the Tarte clay palette again. I am still torn about which one of these I will take to Jamaica with me. I love them both, but we're still playing with this one. So that's what we shall do. I'm wearing browns and blue jeans and browns and tan. Like, that's my hat back there. So this color brown and that with some blue jeans, kind of the theme until I add some red, which will be the red lips, but I have a red bandana and a red bow tie. So I think my eyes need to be pretty basic browns, just tans. So let me get set up because I'm not even set up. We'll start with this. I'm just going to tap it on the eye. This has been kind of the color I've been using as a contour or a transition, so it's kind of perfect just to give the eyelid some color without it being too much color. This is actually probably the lightest color in this palette. So I'd talk about the guys, and I don't know how the other guys are. I know my brother-in-law is kind of lost and not really into it. I'm surprised he's going. He's probably going because my husband's going. But actually, I think my husband probably talked him into it. He didn't want to be the only male in our group. I don't know how the other men will do. My husband will have a blast. He will probably embarrass the holy hell out of me. I'm just going to say that. And he's going to have a blast. He really is. If you know Chris, then I'm just going to say, you know, he is going to go out. He has been working on his outfit just as much as I have. And he's going to have a full-on great time. Which there's nothing wrong with. Please don't think I'm saying that. He'll probably get us a little bit out of our shell, because we tend to sit at our table as a group and people come to us and we're like, okay, you know, so we don't have to really get up much, or at least especially that last episode. I mean, every time we considered getting up, we turn around and there's like a line of people wanting to talk to us. So I don't know if it's just the characters we're getting or if we're just that popular. I'm so teasing. It's just the characters we're given. But, you know, with him, I have a feeling he's going to be up and about, and not just at the bar like my brother-in-law will be. He's going to be up and about mingling, and because he's taken the role of being the sheriff mighty serious, or the marshal. There is a sheriff. He's taken that to be very serious. And I think it's cute. It is so cute. I love seeing him get into things, get, you know, in the mood to do something different. I will say he's a great guy. He will try something different when I want him to. Most of the time. I can't say always. I mean, he and I still disagree heavily on some of my new music that I like. I've always wanted him to take dancing lessons with me, and he won't. I don't know if he won't. He just hasn't. And getting him to dance when we go places is just, unless he's drunk, and at that point, they know, I'm sorry, but it's really no fun for me, because I'm just voiding his beer that he's spilling everywhere. And I laugh. But I'm quite serious. I mean, we were in Mexico. I spent one night. We went dancing twice. And the first night I couldn't get him off the bench. So there was that. The second night he decided he was going to dance. And he double-fisted it. And I wore so much alcohol. So much. It was ridiculous. So I will be right back. I'm burning up. I need to turn something on. And you know, the funny thing is I almost wore a jacket because I was cold. Now I'm not. So I'll be right back. Okay, so my eyes pretty much is all I'm going to do. I mean, like I said, I was doing I guess just enough color on there. I don't know. So the lashes I'm going to use are pretty vibrant. I haven't used them yet. These are my new Tarte ones, and I think I need to trim them, so we're going to check that out right now. They are big. So, actually, I probably get my glasses. I'm telling you, I absolutely hate this. I hate it. I haven't had to wear glasses in over a year. I had that surgery. I will probably go ahead and trim a little bit of it. Now, let me look. I think I'm going to need to trim them. I'm not going to. Oh, damn. That's unfortunate. I pulled it off and part of the... I don't usually trim it on the inside, which means I'm going to have to trim the other one on the inside to make them look the same. Damn it. I don't know why I'm even measuring at this point, because I have to do both of them at the same. I've never had that happen. Have you? I mean, it's can't see it. I always pull from the opposite end because that's the end I usually trim on. But this time, so if you look at the lash, this is what it looks like. This side is thinner. This is the side I like on the inside, right? So I usually trim on the outside, right here. But because the way that tore, I have to trim this little piece off to match. And that upsets me because, like I said, I like it thinner on the inside eye. But we'll make it do with what we got. And hopefully it works. If not, it's not like I don't have other lashes to choose from. So, what I'm going to do is go ahead and put some glue on these. So I got the lash, and I like to, you know, make it a little bit easier to put on and it's not so stiff. So just a couple times so it's, you know, looser. Then I'm going to put the glue on this, and I'm going to set them down while I finish up mascara and the power liner that I use, which I'm going to use very little of because, you know what? I am going to use the power liner, but I'm going to use the clear power liner because I don't want black. I mean, this will be black enough on my eye. No, I'm going to use black. Forget it. I'm going to use black. Okay, that's it. Final words. So we're putting the glue on. And I don't know, but I think the new glue I bought is hurting my eyes. So this glue is one that came with a set that I had, and I'm just using it because it doesn't seem to be bothering me, knock on wood. The velour glue that I have doesn't bother me. Just this one I got at Walmart, and it's a, you know, a brand. I think it's like Kiss or Ardell. So it's one of those two that's not. No, it's not a bad brand. But I notice when I wear it, my eyes itch. And yeah. Come on, you gotta get off my finger. Okay. Okay. So now we're gonna put on a little bit of eyeliner. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just curl the lashes. I might do it again. Nah, I probably won't do it again after I put liner on, or mascara on, because they'll have the glue on it. I'm just going to go right at the base of the lashes. Try to keep it thin even when I screw up. See, it looks ugly, but it is what it is because the lash will cover the majority of it. Ooh, I got this big old mascara. Might be too big. And I just like brushing the lashes after putting that power liner on, because the power liner is a glue. Just make sure the lashes are not glued. Now, I will say, if I do this and then I have to reapply it for any reason, yeah, you can forget it. My lashes are glued together. I literally would have to completely start over to get it fixed. So hopefully that won't be the case. So now the glue seems to be a little wet still. So we want it tacky. We don't want it wet. And then we're going to go right on the eyelash. And I like to squeeze it together. Wow, that's a big old lash. And I'll put a little mascara on it too to make sure they are attached good. Okay, there's one. We'll do the same thing. Right above just the root of the lashes. See, I did get some in my lashes. And I will take I don't know why I just shook that, but I did. You can tell a little bit different with the lashes because they're a little bit spikier with the glue in it. Okay. I don't typically wear this kind of mascara. When I do these, I like to wear the mascaras that's not as like a big fluffy brush or not as wet mascara. That's the YSL. Yeah, I can't pronounce it. Saint Laurent, I think, maybe. If not, I apologize for butchering it. Butchering the name. Already got it all over my face. I'll get that off with, I don't know what I did, if I touched myself with something or, okay, that eyelash right here just doesn't want to stay. This one's fine. This one's, I'm not wanting to, so I'm going to take, and I don't recommend doing this at home. Come on. There we go. Look at all those lashes that came off while I was trying to do that. And I'm just going to press that in. I probably shouldn't have done that. They look, I don't know, they kind of look odd now. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not loving these lashes. I don't know why. I just don't know why. This, though, where I picked it up and cut it, needs to have some glue put on. I think I just feel like the lashes are sticking straight out instead of curling up. But that could just be me. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, they see they are. They're just sticking straight out. All right. Decision time. Do I change them? let me pause and look at my lashes options, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I did change lashes. I changed them to the Lily Lash. I think these are Miami's. Yeah, Miami. And they're much better. This right here, though, I'm like still fighting with, but as soon as it dries and I put on another layer of mascara, I'm hoping that it fixes itself. So, however, and I'm sorry, my throat, it seems to be all of a sudden stuck. I should have put all this stuff up before I came back here, shouldn't I? I'll never learn. Hopefully that's not true, but kind of seems that way, doesn't it? So I'm just gonna use my toner. I love this Dr. Thayer's Natural Remedies facial toner. I have this in here in coconut water. I have the cucumber in my bathroom. I love it. I use it for toner after I wash my face, before I put makeup on, before I do anything. It's really good. So that's really the only toner I use anymore. I've tried a lot of different ones, and they were okay, but they just never made me feel refreshed like this one does. So that's why it's a winner. Yeah, it is. Okay, now, what do I want to do? Gotta do under eye. My under eye today is the Dr. Dennis Goss Firm and Bright Eye Treatment. It's okay. It's not, I won't buy it again. It doesn't do bad though, don't get me wrong. I just am not loving it, I guess I could say. For the price point, I want to love what I'm using. And that's just not me yet. I do have a Sunday Riley one I use at night that I do love, which I will stay with it. So far, my favorite under eye is the Smooth and Prime with the MZ Skin. It's like $140. This little bottle here was $140. So I'm really hanging on, trying different things before I spend that again. But I'm a firm believer you get what you pay for. So this is the Peach and Lily Glass Skin Refining Serum. I usually put on, I like this. I've bought this numerous times. I'm really loving my Origins Ginseng Brightening Serum, and typically use it. This is practically empty every time I do a makeup, but because I'm not wanting to look like glowy, does that make sense? I don't feel like they were glowy in the 1800s. So I'm the ginseng one really does have a glow, and so does my CEO Sunday Riley. CEO Glow, it's in the name. So I'm not using either one of those. I am going to use this Vichy Aqua Thermal. It is a moisturizer. I'm not going to do my whole face. I'm just going to do some areas that I think need a little extra hydration, which yes would be right under the eyes, which my Dr. Goss should have taken care of, but I just don't feel like it does. Truthfully, the only one that I feel does is this expensive one. A couple of other places around the nose, places that get really dry, especially in this time of year where it's just cold out. Well, I say that it's been 70 yesterday and 70 today, but, or 50 today. I don't know. It's still warm. It might be a little bit more than that. So, okay. So let that sit for a minute, and I'll be right back. Okay. Let that sit. Now I want to use this Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. I honestly, I do struggle with this primer, so I should have got something because I'm probably going to have to wash my hands after I put this on. It's literally like putting glue on. But the reason I wanted to use it is, sorry, it hadn't been used in a minute. It's got the gooky end. As you know, because we discussed it last murder makeup, I was wearing a mask there. I'm not wearing a mask or anything. I'm wearing a hat. But I still don't want my makeup to come off or fade. I want it to stay where I put it and not talk back. So last time I did that with a bunch of setting spray, and I don't remember exactly what else I used, but I know there was a bunch of setting spray, and I will do that again. But I'm hoping maybe this will also help. I have two different primers that are gripping, so you can tell. Not a big fan of either one, but sorry, I just realized I needed this. But each has their own benefits, and I'm going to try to do, I feel like that needs to come up a little bit. I'm going to try to do it without going and washing my hands. We'll see. So I'm going to go in and do some primer or concealer to brighten under my eyes. And then when I do the foundation, I will just blend it in a little bit better. Make it look a little bit more natural. Sometimes I feel like when you do this, especially this light of a primer after foundations, it doesn't always look natural. But doing it this way, I feel like I can blend it in better. And I'm using it just to lighten under the eyes. So if I was using it to cover up anything, dark spots or blemishes or whatever, that's a different purpose, and that would definitely go on after the primer, or after the foundation, excuse me. I, however, am not. I'm just trying to brighten up my under eyes, and I want it to blend out really well. Like I said, I'm kind of torn on if the makeup I'm doing is going to be, if it's going to make sense. But I guess, you know, you take liberties at all of this. Whenever you do makeup, you take liberties. I'm not trying to duplicate anything. If you're duplicating something, that's different. You obviously don't want to take as many liberties. But in my theory, and I want to keep talking about this because I really am not sure if I am right, but in my theory, I'm using the Foundcealer from Tarte foundation today. I should have a tan, but maybe the hat kind of keep the under eyes a little lighter. I don't know. I just don't know. So I'm just taking the other end that I usually do foundation or primer. This end is what end I use for concealer under the eyes. But today we're putting on some foundation with it. It's going to have to be washed anyway, so I might as well get some use out of it, right? Okay. And you all know, if you follow me long enough, you know, I should say, that I really like the buffing technique when I put my foundation on. Which is probably why I don't use a sponge that often. I don't mind a sponge, depending on the foundation. You know, to bounce it on or whatever, but I really like the buffing technique, and that is a brush. And that's just my personal preference. I don't really think, I know some foundations are better with other techniques than some. I mean, you'd have to think like the Beauty Blender foundation would be made for beauty blenders. That just makes sense, right? But even then, I do like that foundation. I need to get under that eye. This foundation is so good. I don't know why I don't wear it more often. I really don't. It looks really, really, really good on me. It is one of my favorites. I bought it. This is probably the 4th bottle. Which says a lot, because the next closest would be the Tint Idol. I have had the foundation, or the liquid foundation, but I've got I just bought my 2nd stick, and truthfully I would say that and the Foundcealer are my 2 favorite foundations. I just don't wear this one as much as the other one. I think I've said it before, the stick is just so much easier when you are, you know, you can put it on and go, but I don't know. There's something to be said for this foundation. I really, really, really like it. My daughter has a really good foundation too that I keep saying I'm going to try, but I just don't need to buy it. I've caught myself recently buying stuff again, and I shouldn't, because I've been on this whole not buying anything unless it's skincare related or something along that line. But I did go and buy another Il Makiage mascara. You all, I've talked about it. I love it. It's one of my top 2 mascaras. And mine is really drying out and looking pretty bad. So I bought it. And then I also bought a concealer. Concealer is probably the one thing I have that I just cannot seem to find the perfect concealer for me. I did put that on thick. Let that set. I feel like my under eyes look good. They don't look quite as bright and white as they did before I did the makeup. But I feel like they are a little bit lighter. So I just use this brush. I love this brush. I almost bought a 2nd one the other day, and I still might. Just to pat it in, and you know, I look up close under my eyes. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm really not happy with the way it looks up close. From a distance, it looks really good. And I don't know why. I think it's the concealer. But I don't know what to do to fix that. I don't know if I can fix that. I wanted to love this Hourglass Vanquish concealer. And I just cannot. It just dries it out so much. It's very patchy through there. So, I don't know. I struggle because I want to love this Hourglass, and I don't. I should have gone with the Koki, and I can't get it out right now. And honestly, if I was smart, I'd go ahead and get rid of the Vanquish because I'm just going to keep using it. And truth be told, I have no idea what there it is, what I've done with it, so we'll have to see. I don't know. I hate getting rid of stuff, but I think it looks a little better now that I've kind of used that powder puff. So I used that powder puff, but I didn't put powder on it, but it had powder from where I used it last, which was, I don't even know how long ago it was. So it does look better, but it just is very patchy, and I know it's this concealer. So I did buy a new, what I was saying before I went on a tangent, did buy a new concealer from Il Maquillage. I did really like their foundation. I tried it. Get my lips. Try. So, but I didn't rebuy it, but I did like it. I don't think it's set well. Like, I use so many other products that I have to have something that's going to sit and not go bad on me that fast, and I think it did. So I think that's why I didn't rebuy it. Okay, I'm sitting here. I know I'm procrastinating because I'm like, what do I do? So we're going to go in and we're going to put a little bit of, I say a little bit, but this is the Charlotte Tilbury, and it's usually a little bit more than a little bit of bronzer on. Or no, this is contour. And let's see what we can do. We'll start with that, and I'll come in and do more after because it does dry. And I'm going to go into the hairline, and I'll do the top two into the hairline because I'm wearing a wig. Maybe just make it look like a natural suntan. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't put on bronzer. And just kind of leave the contour. If I did that, I can do a little bit of blush, because I like to do the blush over the bridge, especially putting on freckles. Freckles will be interesting. I got 2 new products and have no idea which one to use. I don't know. I might need, I think I'm going to have to put a little bit of bronze on. And then I need a little bit on the nose. Of course, it's crooked, but that's okay. It's okay. My dog is asking to come in, so I'll finish this up and then I'm going to go get her. She's making a menace of herself. That looks good. Okay. I really like that Charlotte Tilbury, but I won't lie, it is a little bit hard to use sometimes. But in this case, I think it did really well. I might put a little bit of highlight between my bridge and my nose. If I do that, though, I'll probably use the Natasha Denona highlight, because it's better than the Tarte. All right, let me go check on the dog. I'm going to spray this, let this sit. I'm using a lot of spray. I want it to stay. It did last time. And I'll be right back. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is go back to this Natasha Denona and use the highlight and the blush that's in here. And I'm so torn. This is why I'm torn about these two palettes too, because I find there is something in each palette that just makes everything better. So, and that's really all the highlight I'm going to do right there. That's it. Just something in the bridge of the nose. Now, I'm going to go in and just dust my cheekbones with some color. And I know, I haven't decided. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to use bronzer. But I know for the 1800s, I probably should put my blush like right here. I just cannot force myself to do that. But I'm using this cream blush, and I think it's amazing. And I just think, even though I've got like a tan look with the bronze or the contour, I just think that makeup-wise, they would use more blush. Like the bronze look, the tan look would be natural from the sun. And any makeup they would put on would be blush. I really don't know. That's just my thought processes. So that's what I did. Just give myself a sun-kissed look with the contour and then a blush look, which I really like. I think that looks really good for what I'm going for. But normally I wouldn't like go all the way like this, but I think it's kind of the point in this being that they wouldn't really know how to wear their makeup. Does that make sense? I hope so. Okay. I like it. I do. Okay, now let's just kind of I don't know how people contour their nose to make it look like a total different shape. I've not been able to do that. Truthfully, I've never really cared because I feel like the shape of my nose is fine. But there are people that really do that and really can give you that slimmer looking face. Whew. Okay, so now let's talk freckles. So obviously I want some freckles, and I've got two different things I bought. One of them is Freckle Me from Revolution, Makeup Revolution in dark brown, and the other is Lottie Freckled Tint in deep. So I got deep brown for both of them. Now I'm going to pull each one out. We're going to look at them. I'm going to probably do some on my hand. Let's get an idea of which one we like. So, why do I keep thinking this lash is just off? I don't know. It's on. I mean, it's... I'm maybe I should just put another layer of... I got the roller lash, hopefully. Maybe I just needed to... I don't know what I need. I probably will go ahead and do bottom lashes there. I know they used, I don't know the time period though. So I know women would use certain things to make their lashes darker, whether it was sanitary or safe or whatever. I just don't know the time period. And then I start thinking, you know, we have this perception in our head of the English women and their pale skin, and, you know, the paler you are, and I still think this is the same in some countries, the paler you are, the more influential you are, or the more money you had, because you don't have to be in the sun. But that's not what I've got going on with cowgirls. You know, I cannot get this box open. I mean, yeah. So I'm going ahead and looking at both boxes since I got the scissors out. Can't get it open either. Okay. So we're looking at Lottie London first, and I'm gonna just do like half my hand. So this will be Lottie. I want to see which one is the easiest to use. And oh, that's a thicker, ooh, that's really thick. I thought that was going to be really thin. Yeah, that's some pretty, those are pretty big. I don't know if I like that. Okay, let's look at Freckle ME. Now this one looks like it should be a much, can you see it? Thinner applicator, which is what I want. Come on. This was very thick and wet. Look, you can still see it's wet. So a much nicer pointed, let's see. Okay. Color-wise, they're almost identical. But you can see this one is a lot thinner. And I really hope I don't screw this up, because if I do and I have to take all this makeup off and put all of it back on, that would suck. Yes, it would. Okay, I'm just getting the nerve to do this. Because I've done it before. When I was Bouncy, the head elf in charge of reindeer, I used one of these pencils, but it dried up so fast and it was really, really difficult. So, all right, here we go. And watch my arm. I hope you can see. Some of these are not circle, because when I'm putting them down, it's like moving the tip, and see, it's like an oblong. My eyes watering. These are not the best looking freckles I've ever seen. I don't understand. Some people can do them and they look amazing. I do them and I think something looks like something spit on me. Oh, that one's a heart. I'm not going to change it, but it wasn't intentional. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to let this dry really, really good. Then I'm just going to kind of go back over it. To see if I can like dull it a little bit. So We're going to let this sit for a moment. Get the eye to quit watering. Although, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I need to go out more. Your freckles don't just stop right there. I'm like having to hold my hand still. See, some of them are bigger than others. I really don't care for that too much. But I might be able to blend it in. Now the freckles was just a thought of mine because when I'm out in the sun a lot, I get freckles. And I think freckles are really cute. Okay. We're just going to let that sit and dry really, really well. And then we'll come back and we will touch back over top of it. So I'll be back. For you, it'll be just a second. For me, and we'll give it a little bit before I come back. Okay, so they've dried. I have actually been working on this. You can't tell. But I was like pressing this in. I got out the blush, redid the blush, and nothing is working. I mean, these bad boys, they're here to stay. So this is my hat. Now, obviously, I'm going to have hair, and it might help, but I'm thinking the hat isn't really going to distract from that, is it? I don't know what to do. I like them and I don't like them. I just don't know. I think what I want to quickly do is quickly put the hair on. And I'll come back. It's really kind of hard to do. I'm not keeping it on. We'll come back and do the hair later. I'm going to quickly put this hair on just to see what it looks like with that. And see if it's something that I need to redo or not. The thing is, I do like it. I don't want to redo it. I just want it to be not so in your face. So, okay. I'll be right back. Okay. So here is part of the braid, the hair. This wig is not my best. But I used the Dia de Muertos, or Day of the Dead, however you pronounce that, wig, and just folded it over and braided it, and it's really a mess. I can't even get these to do anything, so they're just going to sit there. And I will have to go in and these spots here and do some dark makeup there to cover. But I think it helps with the freckles, but it's I don't know. All right, I need to think about this. I don't want to redo my whole makeup. I got to figure out something. I tried to curl it, and I think it seriously burnt these. I need to trim them. Just do some trimming. Maybe that'll help. But see why I needed the lashes? The lashes look amazing with this. And I might do another bottom coat. But the rest of it I think looks good because it's pretty neutral color. I'll show you the whole outfit later. I didn't even want to do this sneak peek, but I needed to see what the freckles look like. All right, I'll be back and I'll have my decision. Okay, now, excuse me, it's actually been a little bit since I was on here, and I've decided to leave the freckles. they've grown on me. I think they'll be just fine once everything's on. So, that being said, next thing I want to do is darken up the sides here, because as you saw when the wig is on, you can see those sides. So, I've got my pomade, or it's not pomade, it's a, what is it? It is pomade. Sorry, I dropped my, and I'm going to put it on, and then I'm going to brush it through to try to make it look about as natural as I can. So, get that done real quick. I don't say real quick, I still have a little bit of time. My stomach is still like, oh, it's not good. Okay, so I'm just going to darken this up. If anything, it'll cover up those grays, won't it? I put this wig on while I was testing my outfit, making sure I had everything. My daughter's like, you need to go back dark color hair. The black looks great on you. Now, I am a natural brunette. So, I could go back dark if I so chose. But I don't really need to go up this high. But it's kind of one of those things that I don't want to just do part of it. But I haven't been black hair since my senior prom. Wow, that does darken it, doesn't it? Brush it through. And then I want to set it with this Blasting Freeze glue spray. And hopefully it doesn't, like, if I start sweating or something, it doesn't get all over me. But yeah, I've had black hair. I liked it. But at this point in my life, I think I would prefer just to have wigs when I want to go dark. I'm liking my blonde. I've had this blonde for a number of years. I've had this haircut and this blonde. But I'm thinking of growing my hair out, but I'm not thinking of changing the color. I think the color's perfect for what we wanted, or what I wanted, not we. I'm just brushing it in. You don't think about things like this when you're picking an outfit. You know, when I put the wig on and I saw my skin here and everything, I was like, I didn't like it. So thankfully I did have this black from the masquerade that I bought when I did the makeup. So it worked perfectly. Okay. I think that will do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Or donkey. My husband says donkey because of Shrek. I say pig because of Babe. Babe was first. I'm right. At least that's what I tell him. Okay. Now I'm going to take the spray and just stuff's cold. Where's that? Take this and just make sure. Perfect. Now, okay. I will spray that too. I'm not wearing, I usually have a wig cap that I put on, but I'm afraid that it might show if I do that, so we're not doing that. While we're waiting for that, I'm going to quickly just brush out and seal those. I've given myself plenty of time to really appreciate the makeup and see if it was what I wanted, and it is. So while we're letting that set, let's go ahead and do lipstick. And like I said, I'm doing a red lip because that's what my character calls for. All right. I really wasn't sure if I was going to like red with this because brown shirt and all that. I should probably close that, shouldn't I? Don't want it to dry out. If I ever needed black eyebrows, I would use this. But I don't, my eyebrows are so dark, I don't think I would need black eyebrows. I've not tried this lipstick. It is the same brand as the black that I bought, and I do like it. But I don't know as far as the red goes. It's funny. Because it said red lipstick. And I kept thinking I should leave calling cards with my lip, you know, with kisses. Kind of like kissing. What was that, her name? Kissing Kate. Something out of the show Hose, the movie Hose, the kids movie. And Kissing Kate Barlow. Something like that. And I was like, maybe I could do that. And it doesn't call for it though, but I thought that would have been fun. Just blending it in. Now, I didn't have to reapply this at all, or this brand, when I did the black. And I was really worried about that because when I did the black, I had, yeah, I did. I had that. I had like eyeshadow on top of it to give it that eye color. I don't know why or how to keep it from getting on my teeth. I am not that, apparently that good with red. Actually, red is the color I usually avoid at all costs because I am really not good with it. But, I mean, I think it looks good. I like it when I'm wearing it. I just have a hard time getting it on. I went to a customer once, and I was wearing red, which our company colors are red. So I had on a company shirt and wore red lipstick with it. I mean, I had a whole thing, which when I do these red looks, it is a whole thing. I have shoes and pants and everything, right? I come out of that meeting and I just happened to look in the mirror before I left. I don't know if I had left it down or whatever before going in. Anyways, I looked in the mirror and I had smeared red all over my face. Like I looked like a clown. And I kept thinking, dude must have really liked me, or he thought I was a clown because he did business with me and we became really good friends. But I'm like, dang. And I'm just really terrified of red since doing that. It's like I don't think I have worn that red again, and that red lipstick again. And I went and bought a red tint, so I was thinking maybe that would be better, and it is, but I just kind of stay away from red. But I think with this look, with the black hair, the red is going to look really, really good. So give me a second. I hate to kind of bend out of frame to do this. Okay, so like I said, this poor wig has seen better days, and if I ever need another black wig, I'm just going to have to buy one, because this ain't it. And I can't even see myself. There we go. I don't have any glue. I've got some wig glue on order, but I don't have any, and I'm afraid it's going to... It's further down than what I usually do in my wigs, but it's a problem child. Okay, so there's that, and my hat is right here. So there we go. Now, these earrings were just too cute not to get, even though I can't say I think they would wear anything like them, but how cute are these little boots? Now, do I want to go in or out with them? I want to go in. I usually wear earrings like that facing in, but it never hurts to ask. What do you think? Think it's cute? I think it's adorable. Yeah, and I think that black, it helped out a lot that I did the black on the sides. I had trouble getting this one in the other day when I tried them on. Oh, there it goes. And I did, but there it is. I mean, just too cute. Okay? I understand the earrings are probably not $1,800. Actually, I understand a lot about my outfit is probably not $1,800. And I just got the fringe shirt, which is a bodysuit, my blue jeans, a pair of boots, which aren't necessarily Western, but they were the closest that I had without buying a pair. And since it's not like I wear Western boots, I just didn't see the need to buy a pair. So they work. They're fine. And they're brown and black, so it just goes right along with the color scheme. And so I got this, I can put it up, and I actually tied it too tight to do that, but what do you think? So I will post, I think it's cute. I will post more pictures at the end like I did before. Hopefully they will be better than last time. If not, just let me know, and I'll post them on either my Instagram or my Facebook page. That way you can at least see this masterpiece I put together. Pretty sure tattoos weren't a thing then either, but they don't want to hide as easily, so is what it is. You can see that one and some of this, and I don't, now my neck one's probably covered, but anyways, this is Barb Cassidy, headed to the Deadwood Saloon, hopefully to cause some chaos. I will keep you all updated. Thank you for being with me. This video was kind of all over the place. I typically really like to try my makeup look on first, and I didn't this time. The last two times I had, and the Halloween looks I didn't, and they could have been better. So I'm really impressed with this considering I didn't. And I was worried about the freckles and that it would be too much, but I mean, I think it looks good. All right. Thank you guys. I will talk to you all soon. Keep a lookout. I'm going to post the pictures. And remember, if you can't see them, if they don't come out right, let me know. I'll post them elsewhere. And until then, goodbye.